Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Apollo1, and today we are back with yet another class setup in Infinite Warfare. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the KARMA-45 beta build, and we're going to be discussing some things that I feel are very necessary on this weapon that will make it a whole lot better. And as you're watching some gameplay of this class setup in the background. Now the KARMA-45 is probably the best SMG in the game. Some people are even calling it the best weapon in the game. I'm not so sure about that, but it is definitely very powerful, very good, and if you haven't given it a twirl, then definitely do so and use this class setup and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below after you use it, whether or not you like it. But guys, before we get any further, drop a like on today's class setup for more. Subscribe to Carnage Clan if you are new. You can expect a ton more content throughout the upcoming weeks, and once the game drops on November 4th, you can expect some awesome gameplays, awesome stuff, lots of content, and a lot of stuff to cover. So look forward to all of that, guys, and let's go ahead and get right into this class setup. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into this class setup and see what we got. So first off, I want to say that for me, this weapon is the best class setup that I have been using with it, and because this is an SMG, there's a couple things that we need to kind of balance out because it's not exactly strong in these certain categories because it's an SMG, and that is ammo, and also range, and then for the specific weapon, recoil, that I struggle with. If you have like godly aim, then don't worry about it, man. You'll be golden. But for me, at those longer engagements, I have a really difficult time taking out enemies, and also this weapon kind of gets weaker at longer ranges, but short to medium ranges, it's amazing. Like for range, it's good. For like the for damage, it's good, and it just takes out enemies really quick. But those longer engagements, it is kind of difficult. So first off, I would recommend staying out of those kind of engagements and don't press enemies that like are super far away. Don't shoot at them. Just kind of wait until you're in a closer location, unless you have really good aim, like I said. But let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. I think I've at least balanced out those issues a little bit and made it a pretty good class setup. So first off, we have the Foregrip. The foregrip is extremely important because this weapon does tend to bounce a lot, and it is difficult to kind of control the recoil that comes along with the KARMA-45, and that's just my personal preference. I need foregrip no matter what, and why not use it pretty much on all weapons because it makes it better. Like, you're going to be able to be more accurate, it's going to be more like a laser beam, and you'll be able to kill enemies a lot faster. And then for me personally, I like going for long streaks and lots of kills, so extended mags is a must. I would highly recommend using extended mags. It just kind of gives you, it's not only just having more ammo, it's more about the situations that you get put in. When you get put in a situation where there's one or two enemies, you can keep shooting and you don't have to worry about reloading. And also, if you're like in a very high traffic area, you kill a guy, you don't want to reload because there might be another guy coming out of around the corner like in literally the next second. So that way you can just wait for that guy or charge that corner and you don't have to reload constantly. So extended mags really is good in a lot of different situations. And then finally, rifled barrel is extremely good because on this weapon, like I said, it tends to be kind of weak in those long range engagements. The damage is kind of low, as you can see, 42, and this extends the stopping power range. So you're going to get that that stronger damage at longer distances. So I found that it really is really useful. Like, I didn't use it for a long time, then I put the rifled barrel on, and it like changed my world with the Karma. I think it's really a good perk. And then finally is stock. Now this is the one that's debatable. You don't have to use stock, and you can actually throw on two different perks instead. But stock, I think, is really good because it just speeds up that quick, like, fast-paced gameplay, and you're constantly moving around, running around, and you're just gonna be able to absolutely destroy, go around corners strafing and stuff, and you don't have to worry about like being slow and awkward. At the same time, because this is an SMG, it does move faster than assault rifles when you're aiming down sights. That's why you can either replace it with two different perks, or you can throw on quick draw instead. So it's really all up to personal preference. But the other three perks, highly recommend them. This last I apologize. The last three attachments, highly recommend them. Last attachment, that's one that's up for debate. So you really don't have to have it on there, and you can throw on two perks instead. And here. But then the two perks I have is Dexterity, which is reload and switch weapons faster, which in my opinion is an absolute must. I always use Dexterity, but not everybody does. I just like to be able to reload fast because I would hate to be in a situation where I am reloading and I get killed. That would be very frustrating. And then I'm using Ghost, and the reason why I'm using Ghost is I kind of want to just stay off the radar when I'm running around. Then again, I'm not using Suppressor, so I guess that's a stupid move. I guess you could use like Recon instead, or just take off that perk completely and use a second perk somewhere in here. But some perks besides these that I would recommend using, one, if you're going for like like kill streaks, use hardline. You kind of do need that. When the full game comes out, use scavenger. Scavenger is an absolute must for those higher streaks. That's the one that I'm going to be using all the time. So I'm going to have to definitely take off like this perk or even my quick draw. But then for the third perk, the recommended ones I would use are probably like only like gung ho. It's not really needed though. It's okay. Or marksman, but marksman I don't really like using on SMGs. So honestly, probably stay away from perk 3. So if you don't think you need this extra attachment or you don't think you need the second perk, you really have a couple of points to use for your own use, like whatever you want to do. So there's a couple things that are up for debate for this class setup. But for the most part, I would highly recommend using Dexterity, Foregrip Extended, and Rifled Barrel. Those are the 4 things that you definitely should use on this class setup. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's class setup. Definitely put this to a go in the game and let me know how it is. Come back to this video and leave a comment on your best score with this class setup. I'll reply to some of you guys probably. And don't forget to drop a like on today's video. Subscribe to Carnage Clan if you are new. You can expect a ton more content, a lot of De-Atomizer Strike gameplays in the upcoming days. And then obviously when the game launches at the beginning of November, you can expect a ton of content. That's when the grind begins. That's when you're going to see a lot of cool stuff. And I'm really excited for all of that. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all later.